What's going on, world? I gotta share this real quick because hey, I know for a fact you're not watching Sports Center and you're not watching some TV. So come on over here, hang out with me. Like, go ahead, tell people. Let's go ahead, bring them in here. Y2 4K is finally happened. I gotta make sure I'm doing it right. Make sure I'm typing this. Ain't get us. Let's hang out. This is why I need a gang of minions to be out here just sharing shit for me. Ooh, I got the perfect meme to go with it. Uh how into basketball are you, Miles?
Playoffs type.
Yeah, me too. It's just like this is why people don't understand why like Bronny James is getting so much because most people don't give a shit about basketball, except for the purists. But I found there's the beautiful thing is that the hatred has let me learn so much about the greats in the game, the current greats. The Celtics have at least two, maybe three of the really good players. They've done it right, so I think they're gonna be a fun team to watch. We were talking about the one that LeBron dissed, I guess,
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum. But then there's one. You know that there's a fucking genius on the Celtics.
That is
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown, yes.
Jaylen Brown's first three games. Jaylen, I can see that. Very, very, very much so like LeBron James. I tell you the story about LeBron that I know for a fact to be true.
No.
So every year the Cleveland Browns does this benefit, this gala. And people, it's a pro team, like all their stuff. You want to, it's at the casino because their owner, Quicken Loans, but it's also literally a casino right next to the arena, connected to the arena. So all of the guys, the Wayne Wade, all those cats were there at the time, right?
Right.
So but it's valet parking. So as a valet, this is what you kill for, right? Man, I'm about to valet all of these NBA players, all this guaranteed money. I'm about to make a lick. And it's not the normal valet. It's just what they do is they let nonprofits. So kids are doing this so that they can raise their money. Everybody gives money. You know what LeBron gives? He was signed to vitamin water at the time.
Mm-hmm.
He gave individual cases of vitamin water that were signed. They got video of LeBron during the time when, there's an era. Trey will never know this era. And this is a dark time. And that's what's going to make some of this stuff we're going to talk about today so hilarious because everybody who's dealing with it that's really an adult, you've lived through times like this. But when you couldn't call people after 9 p.m., you couldn't call people till after 9 p.m. It was free night and weekend minutes. So when LeBron first got into the NBA, he's getting paid millions of dollars. Hey man, can I use your phone? Because I don't use my minutes. I don't want. I'm over my minutes or two.
Hold on.
Like during this time, LeBron could have bought the biggest package, and I think I had like one of the largest packages during this time. It's like $200. Like your cell phone, but when everybody talks about how much expensive things are, nobody talks about how little some things are. Like cell phones are nowhere. Well, iPhones are, but cell phone plans are nowhere near as expensive. Entire family, $185 now. I remember paying my mom, my sister, and my cell phone bill, and it was like almost $3 something. Like LeBron and I've never, full transparency here. I've never had a moment where I'm on LeBron's level when it comes to money. But this man is just notoriously cheap. But I was saying all that to say is I found sometimes when I'm sharing it on social media, I have to put a picture so it goes to IG.
Right.
And the picture is what draws people to the post, and hopefully they'll click on the link.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Hold on. Let me see what this is. Hello? Hello? Never mind. Hello? love the NFL. I gotta love my guy. Hey, let me tell you before I get into that hood Negro 101. I'm getting hood Negroes that made it 101. I fully, if you ever says, hey man, don't tell nobody I gave it to you because I don't want everybody asking me for money. I respect it, 100% understand. But I put all this to say is that Jaylen Brown is really, really good. We can all say that. Jaylen Brown is living his best life. I think I got if I don't, Jaylen Brown also kind of went viral the other day for a little hatred, little hateration.
Oh, the lip read.
Yeah. The lip read. But I can't hate a man that got two bad bitches. He got the one chick that's no longer in the WNBA, Christianoff or whatever her name is, fine. And then he had the sexy llama right there, like Angel Reese. Two bad chicks. It's what Boosie prophesied. They're not really red bones, but they're not dark. But like two red bones kissing in the back seat. Like this is what Boosie lived for this. But do you know what Jaylen Brown's first 3 summer league games were?
Watching the Lakers?
No, I'm saying like when he in 2016. When he first started in 2016. This guy's a brilliant guy. He was 5 for 26 through his first 3 games. 2024. Now, this is not to say that this young man will be better than Jaylen Brown. It's just to say that your criticisms and critiques of this young man are rooted in hatred. And you need to go to alphaclinicsonline.com to get your testosterone checked because you should not be this upset about
He didn't want it to go public, though. It's not like he said it to a reporter.
No. Not Jaylen. Jaylen doesn't deal with this. Jaylen, I don't care what Jaylen. Jaylen has the right to say what he says.
Right, okay.
You guys don't. You have no reason. Jaylen was a first-round pick. There is no reason to be this fucking upset for the 55th overall pick. Nobody has cared. You can't name me your favorite 55th overall pick. LeBron James Jr., a.k.a. Bronny James. He is 6 for 26 through his first 3 summer league games.
Okay, so there's hope.
No, what the thing is that it's summer league. Yeah. Nobody cares. It's like the goal is to go out there and they're probably telling him, hey, get used to it. Shoot, do this. The point is, first round pick, there's the other guy who was the 8th overall pick. His ass had 0 points. He was like 0 for 18 or some shit like that. First round pick play like that. Hey, I'm Scott. Second round pick. The second round pick in the NBA is like a 7th round pick in the NFL. Imagine getting upset that a 7th round pick doesn't perform. Like, it's stupid. We don't care. Second round, it's a throwaway pick. Like, you literally, like, you have no hope. This person, it's why Draymond Greens and the Ben Wallaces of the world are so good because they don't make it normally like that.
Especially not anymore.
Not just like, and it's a sucky ass. It was a sorry ass draft. Who did you want? Like, oh, he doesn't. My old boy Hove was like, he didn't earn that spot. It's the 2nd round pick. Who the fuck cares? You can't care this much.
His dad earned the spot. Put it that way.
Oh God, I have read Vermont.
Yeah, that capital 3 letters pops out.
Yo, you gotta hey, I'm glad I got reading comprehension. Thought my dog had an STD. I was like, hey man, just hit me offline. You ain't gotta tell everybody that. Hit me offline. We'll get you cleared up, bro.
Just to recap on how cheap Jaylen Brown is, this man just got his max $300 million contract. He lost his, I'm a Celtics fan, if you guys didn't know, from Boston. He lost his ring during the parade, takes a picture, puts it on Twitter, offers a big reward. The reward ends up being front row tickets to the ring ceremony, which is something you have to be a diehard fan to even think about wanting. It would be a boring event. Some tickets and a signed jersey, like all basically free
things that he already gets for free.
Yeah. So the ring was $100,000, by the way.
Just
they gave it back.
They gave it back.
They gave it back. They found it and gave it to him.
Well, that was good. He could have got what the price. I would have sold it.
If that was the reward too, he said big reward, so they didn't know what the reward was.
Oh, But the thing is, I would have just want to like you can get a new ring back. So like I don't know where any of my championship rings are. And I feel like Jaylen Brown right now because it's probably more expensive now. I probably should have went and got it done before. It would have cost like $1,500 to get them all back. But this was like 15, 16 years ago when I would have had to done this. Because they have molds of every ring that you ever have had.
Oh, really?
Like so, like if you lose your high school ring, you can go get a new one. If you lose your championship ring, you could technically go get a new one because people get robbed, stolen, all that kind of stuff all the time.
But this was just this is one of his regular rings.
It wasn't a championship ring?
No, they haven't received the rings yet when he lost this. This was one of his rings.
This man could
yeah, he's truly like this. I hate to be racist, but I am also the son of an immigrant. Like he's the
son of an immigrant?
yeah. He's I want to say Nigerian, but I don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah. Oh, man. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. No wonder. Okay, man. I thought he was a regular black.
No, that's why he's also a genius.
That's what I'm saying. So, listen, fuck all of that shit. Y'all can live in this world, in this fantasy world, where we don't use certain stereotypes. Immigrant parents are a certain type of, but there are black parents still like this too. But immigrant parents are like I've heard and I've been around enough Africans to be like the rap the guy who made this, he doesn't have a popular song, but it's like social media famous. The rapper that he played football, he was actually a fullback if I remember correctly. He's like, try Jesus, not me, cause I got hair, cause it's just and Toby and God was something I don't know, but anyway,
yeah, Toby knew it.
He was like when he told his dad he was gonna be a rapper, he was like, what? He's like, I didn't do all this to send you to school. It's like they sacrificed everything to make sure. It's also why I think black culture can learn a lot from immigrant culture.
He focused a lot on school, single mom type thing.
But what I'm saying is like right now when you look at all this, nobody wants to sacrifice anything. Like the current generation, nothing. Everything is like, I don't want to be like Big Mama and have Big Daddy cheating, and guys are like, I want what my grandmama, I want Big Daddy had. They don't realize they've never really asked questions of why Big Mama and Big Daddy were the way they were. Because if you ask questions, and if you just really look, that's why they say that's why there's always that one light skinned uncle, because Big Mama was with the milkman.
Oh,
Big Daddy had a family across town. They was all cheating on each other. Now, trust me, Big Mama was not as nice as what you think she was. It's sweet. And them church women is the reason why pastors been getting down for years. I say all that to say is those people sacrifice some of their stuff so that the next generation can have more. And that's what immigrant parents do. Like they'll come in and they'll live like 1,000 people under a roof. We used to pick up that living like Mexicans. But that next generation, though, they pulled their money to send the kids to school, to make the kids have extra stuff. Hell, there are times I would have, I didn't know how poor my family was in New Jersey and what my neighborhood was like because we had so much family right there. Like, so while none of them were rich, my mom could flew back to New Jersey in a drop of a dime.
Right.
Because my grandmother had 10 brothers and sisters.
Is Marietta, Georgia, like a richer? That's where it says he was raised.
Marietta's like right outside of Atlanta.
Okay, gotcha.
But like you don't live like the real money don't live in Atlanta no more. They live outside of Atlanta, and they just call it Atlanta because that's the air. I joke, people say the airport you fly into is the city you're from.
Oh,
like, just think about it like that. Like you're like, I'm from Orange Park, bitch. Which airport do you fly into? You fly out of JIA. You're from Jacksonville. Nobody outside of this area knows what the fuck Orange Park, Florida is.
That's true.
100%. I'm from Swanee. I'm from Live Oak. No, bitch. Just tell people Tallahassee. Like you might as well just go ahead and round it up.
It's like Broward and Miami, I think.
Yeah, like well, now there's Broward. You got Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. Those are the 3 airports. But to be honest with you, nobody really gives a shit about Miami, about down south, except for down south people. Everything south of Jupiter is fucking Miami.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here to tell you, it looks the same. It like when you're driving, just go down 95, go down 75, take the turn. Once you hit the turnpike, Florida looks completely different. It becomes brighter. There's palm trees everywhere. Like, it looked like Miami Vice. But I digress. Jaylen Brown, Bronny per stats that y'all keep saying is on the same trajectory as Jaylen Brown.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
And all of the bullshit, I asked my group chat, hey, woke up this morning, I saw this. Hey, how did Bronny do? Nobody's responded to me. You know what Bronny did last night? 13, 5, 3, 2.
Really?
13 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 blocks. Like, he should have stayed in college one more year. Have you watched college basketball lately? It sucks. The one and done thing has ruined the development. Like, you don't go to the big schools, just like football. You don't go to the big schools to develop. You go to the big schools because you're good. What better place can a pro develop than being in a pro system? That's all I'm saying. Like, the G League is a better thing for him. And I'm sorry, we've talked about this off and on, but we've never really. I love the nepotism that is shown to my son. I joke about it. My son knows, and he has the confidence of knowing it, that whatever room his dad is in, he can walk in there just like his daddy can walk in there and probably get treated better. Don't believe me? Go to, some of y'all don't like it, go to Florida State practice right now. Or if you see Mike Norvell in public, hey, what you think about Trey Coleman? That's nepotism at work. If Trey is mid and I can get him to my alma mater, which is a good school, I did my job as a father.
Thanks.
I don't give a fuck if he took somebody else's spot. It's not my problem. Be better. That's life. Like, I don't understand why so many people are so mad. Like, I can see, you know what? If your kid was really good in basketball and your kid didn't make it because of Bronny, respect.
That's one person complaining.
But, like, everybody's mad about this, and you're going to a job where people that you know did not deserve the job that they have, and they only got it because of that.
Every day.
We see it in media. There's people on ESPN. Their kids got jobs because their dad got a job. And their dad was a legend in reporting. So they got a job. We see it every day and nobody makes it. But and the cool thing is, kudos to my Pilgrims. The Pilgrims ain't the ones bitching. They're focused on talking about Mel Gibson versus the sexy llama. That's what their focus is on.
What?
Caitlin Clark looks like Mel Gibson.
Oh, I was like, I hate Mel Gibson. What did he come up with now? Okay.
But what I'm saying is she looks like Mel Gibson, guys. You're not going to make Caitlin Clark sexy. We're not going to lie on this. That's what they're focused on right now. Like, it's only the black people that are mad about Bronny. Like, how can we? And then saying shit like, how can we get mad when other people do? No, like, that's how you make it better. Like, you start play the game, or the game gonna play you. That's life. Again, I hope I'm good enough to be able to make the people around me, to make nepotism great again. But anyways, that's why I use that picture, because nobody's doing that. But come join us. Housekeeping stuff. Got book bag drive coming up again. Orlando, get them things up. Tallahassee next week. Get your registrations in, man. Need to raise this money. Got to get all this stuff going on. Ready for it. Ready for it to be over. How I spent my birthday. Again, we was on Orlando News. Donations, heavy donations. Again, I love the phone call that I just got. Let me see if he sent that bread. He said he was going to send it. Oh, he did. Nice. That's what I'm fucking talking about. I'm not going. How many bags is that? It's 216 divided by 36. did that wrong. Divided by 36. Another thing they told us, you need to learn how to do the math in your head. It's not like you're going to have a calculator with you everywhere you go. Wrong. We have a calculator in our pocket and a goddamn computer in there. But just shout out to my guy for donating 6 bags. Won't say his name because he doesn't want people asking him for bread.
I
get it. I'm with it. But please go jamescomagivesback.com. Register your kids for all of that stuff. All of that stuff it's cool, man. It's a great time, great community thing. Think about volunteering. Think about sharing this. I just want this product off of my hand when it's all said and done. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Because again, this is what he was. Shout out to the NFLPA retired players chat. We got to get this condensed. I also don't like this. We got 2 vet things that you got to be in. There's the NFLPA retired players the retired players chapter, and then there's the the NFL Alumni Association. It's too many associations for a group of people who aren't that big. It ain't that many of us, and it damn sure ain't that many of us. Well, it's a lot of us in Jacksonville, but it ain't as many. Anyways, my point is, come to the book bag drives, donate. Please help this come here on Facebook. I did do the little thing. If you donate on Facebook, cool, because you feel like that's safe. Just know I don't get that money for 90 days. And they write you a check. They take the money immediately. But everything's a grift, man.
Yeah.
They gonna get that bread. They hold it. So just imagine Facebook as a bank, right? Everybody donates these money to these fundraisers through Facebook. And they have a way to verify the fundraisers and the nonprofits. They hold it, and they're collecting that interest for those 90 to 180 days.
Oh, okay. So
and they know that you are not going to get that check for like 3 to 4 days. And some people don't cash checks as quick as possible.
Are they charging a fee as well?
And they charge a fee.
Oh, damn.
Now everything's a hustle, man. But anyways, check those things out, please. Shout out to Eric. You're like me. You lost your first game. I've only lost games on Sims. Free game by big game. Don't play the video game on Heisman mode out the gate. It's just not enjoyable. Like, learn how to play the game.
The one right below it is what most people would play, even online. It's going to be all pro.
It's just too much going on, man. Like, it's not fun, dog. Not at all. All right. So we got that. Please donate. Do all that shit. Sign up. Going on. Craziest shit in the world happened today. It started off. Little Duval, when I was leaving, Little Duval started my day off at 6:59 a.m. He tweeted out, I'm not sure exactly what's about to happen, but something is about to happen. And it's going to be nothing that we can prepare for. And I'm like, Duval be saying some wild shit. Everybody, he's rich. He's rich. He smokes a lot of weed and he's a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
So, like, bullshit. But then I saw this. I go to Starbucks first. And I go to Starbucks and I try to do my mobile app. And I'm frustrated because I can't get my coffee the way I want to. So I'm like, fuck it. We'll just go in. We'll do it the old school way. It's still not old school, but by the way. But we'll go in, flip my gift card on the app up, say, hey, give me my stuff. They say, hey, James, sorry we couldn't get your mobile. The mobile app is down. I said, I noticed. It's all good. Coming in, do it the old-fashioned way. They go to the door. She's like, it's not just here. Everywhere is shut down. Like banks, everybody's experiencing a shutdown. If people use Microsoft, they're experiencing shutdown.
Oh, shoot.
What was it? ESPN Sports. The ESPN was down this morning because they use a lot of Microsoft software. Banks, and then like actually, Miles, if you go look at your email, I did send you a tweet so that people can see. Like if you're traveling and you're flying today, just stay home. Flying is not the way to go. Airport, they literally have grounded all airplanes right now, and they're redirecting and redoing people's flights because they could not communicate with planes. This is what one airport looked like. BWI right outside of Baltimore, the Baltimore airport. This is what it looks like. They can't do anything. They are literally stopped. There are people, there are doctors' offices that are having to manually check people in, and they don't know how to do it. This is why technology is a gift and a curse. It has literally made us stupid. Like people are like, oh my God, I gotta take cash. Oh my God, I gotta take a check. Oh my God, we gotta do the hard swipe of the credit card. It's crazy. Security consultant Troy Hunt says this will be the largest IT outage in history. And this is basically what we were all worried about with Y2K, except it actually happened this time. That's not quite true because Y2K, they made it seem like
the world
satellites were going to fall out the sky, like the world is going to come to an end. I remember being old enough to know, like I wasn't Trey's age or Kai's. Like I thought my life was ending at 16, and I was nervous. Then, so imagine living through Y2K. I was 15. I turned 16 that year, so I was 15 when Y2K happened. Then I got a year break. Then we had 9/11. Like I've lived through so much shit. It's crazy. It's American Airlines is offering passengers they're going to redirect, get you a new flight, and they're giving you a grand total of $15 for this.
Wow.
15, not 15 cash, 15 in a food voucher.
Oh wow! So you add $3 and maybe you get a meal.
Yeah. Imagine being stuck in an airport with a $15 voucher and your flight doesn't leave till tomorrow, and you're not from that place. Now they got to cover the hotel. Something else should happen. Like it's crazy, but it's affect banks, media, different offices, all kinds of shit. Is wild. And Sports Center is unable to air due to Microsoft. It's called the CrowdStrike outage. So they're airing radio broadcasts of Freddie Coleman and Courtney Cronin. Freddie Coleman is old school. Like if you remember playing Madden, like in the early teens, Freddie Coleman was one of the guys that would talk about like the team's stats and stuff like that. That's how I found about it. He lost weight too.
That's insane.
Like if you go look at I got the like because Freddie used to be a bigger guy, and man, like that head is shiny, boy. We got to show the shininess of the head.
Microsoft outage happened about 1 o'clock.
It's coming up. It's gonna come up. Like I didn't realize that until I looked down. I thought it was just a picture of the
BNAP Sirius XM Channel 8 and ESPN2 with Courtney Cronin. I'm Freddie Coleman.
His voice is
Cohen, also Chris Canty and Michelle Smallman on this Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Unless Courtney Cronin, you involved with the bank or an airline or anything Microsoft related. And Microsoft outage happened about 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. And Courtney, all hell has broken loose with Microsoft and having everything pretty much shut down until they try to fix this problem.
Yeah, I thought I was the only one struggling this morning, Freddie, when I woke up, took
a
shower, did everything
my bald headed guy,
and then was like struggling to put.
That is, oh my, I'm gonna blind somebody in that studio.
Like, is that something that whenever I decide to make my Dibby journey, is that a thing that you want? I thought you would want it dull, but like, is it like? Do you want it shiny? Is that what the bald head look? Is that the go-to look for people with bald heads?
It's brand new.
Yeah, this is a fresh bald. But that's the crazy stuff that's happening. So going into the things that we're going to talk about. Grammy nominated doesn't mean you're good. And one of the things, I want to sound un-American, so I apologize to my patriots who really feel like you should do this all the time. I heard this from a man who did 2 tours My favorite history teacher, Mr. Craig. He was a officer, and he was like, he's the one who scared the fuck out of me about the military. Not all that other bullshit, nothing like Boys in the Hood. The black man doesn't deserve it. Wasn't that because Mr. Craig was a short white man with the military cut, and I call it the Hitler stash. Have you ever looked at military men and look at like where their mustaches go?
Oh, the old school.
It's like it's right there. Boom, 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 boom. Like nothing across the lips. So he came back and he was talking about how he told me about the indoctrination that they teach us in America. And he was like, he's like, the national anthem is played so much that it loses its luster. And he was just like, there's no need to play it at every fucking event. Like it should not. He's like, it should not be played at every sporting event. He's like, it should be played at the Olympics. It should be played at certain things. He's like, but there's a time when you just got to be like, hey man. Now he told me this back in 2000, and I was like, I never thought about that. Time sensitive 90. Who is this? I gotta see that face, the picture. Oh, never mind. I know exactly who it is. Mr. Craig put me out of class all the fucking time. That's why I like him. Mr. Craig was the first person that would not call me by my nickname. Everybody at my high school called me JC. And he's like James Coleman. I said, JC, Mr. Craig. He looked at the paper, looked back up at me, looked at the paper. It says James Anthony Coleman II right here. Now, would you like me to call you that? Would you like me to call you James Coleman? And then when you got mad, he had a unique punishment, and it was wild. It was called the dot. He wasn't gonna get physical with you. He literally just go to the chalkboard. He had a dot. He put a big dot there with a circle around it, if I remember it. You're like, if you talked or you got terse with him in class, walk your ass up to the board and you stare at the dot until he tells you to leave. And man, to tell like the amount of people who went insane for the idea of just having to look at a dot. It was like out of all the punishments, it was really more so like you learned about control and respect and all of these different things. Because it was either the dot or he's going to send you to the principal's office. And he had this cold ass saying. He's like, you can either get on my page, right? You get on my page or you don't. But guess what? He's like, I got a 3-year contract right now in Florida High. And I teach American history. You can't graduate without taking American history. And I'm the only American history teacher. So you can either choose to do it this year or you're going to have to see me next year or you ain't going to graduate. So it was funny like to see that. And I was like, yo, this man, in the movie The Patriot had just came out. That's what my mom called him. And I absolutely hated him. I complained about him for like the first 3 weeks. And then he became my favorite teacher. I really, like, once I learned, I was like, yo, Mr. Craig, dope, man. But anyways, Mr. Craig did all that. But this is why. Now, I said if I ever became a high school football coach and you forced me to play the national anthem every game, I'm going to play my favorite national anthem of all time. It's Carl Lewis's rendition of the national anthem. And it was at a baseball game. Are the worst national anthems but played at baseball games because they have so many games? I don't know. What did y'all think? Because there are some ones that are bad, but I think Fergie did a really, really bad one not too long ago. But let's listen to this one. This one was played at the home run derby. And let's see how, is it really that bad? I don't know. Maybe she just didn't have her coffee or tea. Because Carl Lewis was so bad, it was great.
This is different.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed
I
by
want to see their faces.
lights last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming.
He's holding it in.
Rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air
Ooh.
gave proof through
There's a white woman
the
confident.
night
Fine.
How did
that our
she win? What is she a
flag
Grammy Award?
was still
Oh no.
there.
Ooh.
And she's going for it.
Like, I mean, like, she is not backing down.
That star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free.
Get your money back.
In the home of the
Her hair's not even done.
brave.
She looks floppy.
How?
I'm upset.
How?
I'm upset.
Like, Carl just can't sing. Like, that's not his profession. Carl runs.
Right.
For a living. And he forgot the words. That's what made his.
Oh
better.
yeah. That's.
And then he was like, I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish. But like, is this what we want? I think now, my favorite rendition of all time, like the other side of it too, I think we need a new national anthem. And not because of the stuff because they have, in the actual poem, they have slavery and all the other stuff like that. We have made it to R&B. Like, we sound like we're about to not destroy other countries. We sound like we're about to make love to other countries. And I blame Marvin Gaye and Whitney
Kelly.
Houston and R. Kelly. Marvin Gaye just makes everything. Oh, say. Yeah. Like, he was just so smooth when he did it. I'm like, yo, man, that's not how I want. Like, when you listen to Russia, like, Russia sound like they about to fuck some shit up. Dum, 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 dum. Germany, like they sing it from it's like grunts and shit. Like, yeah. Us, we sound like we just smooth. We soothing.
Because black people are so cool.
And that's the problem, is that, I get it. Sometimes I get why people hate us. Like, because if you don't naturally have that seasoning in your life, or that sass, that smoothness, it just, everything that other people who naturally have, it bothers you.
Her name is Ingrid Undress.
Yeah, and I looked it up, and I don't know who this bitch is.
She's apparently claiming she was drunk and she needed to gain. She's going in to get help, which is another rich person, white person.
Wow,
privilege.
It's not that bad. You just fucked up the national anthem.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to go to rehab for the national anthem.
If she actually did come there drunk, that's a different level of confidence. Like, that's wild. But her sales, her listens, her streams have actually gone up by 50%.
Well, what happens is people look you up when you do this kind of stuff.
Right.
Like, you're just bad.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with being bad. Like, bad doesn't mean, okay, I gotta go into hiding. Like, that's whatever, man. Like, just, if we didn't play the national anthem so much, we wouldn't have this problem.
I wish I could fill up like this white woman here.
Like, what's the now I'm trying to think of the Negro national anthem. Shit, I can't think of no, James Weldon Johnson made it. I just can't think of the how it starts. Once I get it started. Now we do need to play. I wanted Meek Mill, but now I question, like, now this is, but again, we harmonize it too much. Lift every voice and sing till every head. Nah, never mind. I don't want that shit either. America the Beautiful probably could be. I think we should replace it with it. I think switch it up, maybe. Don't, like, if you gotta sing something, America the Beautiful, stuff like that. Like, come in and just, or find something aggressive. Like, I did, like, again, Dreams and Nightmares is good. Dreams and Nightmares would be
that
good.
cannot be America's.
Like, just think of, like, but you gotta play the whole thing. You gotta play the whole thing, because you can love people, because I used to pray for times like this to rhyme like this, so I had to sound like that to sound like. So everybody's just like, you coming in and you getting ready for war. You getting ready. If I was a helicopter pilot, like in Apocalypse Now, when they were playing the song coming down, I would be playing that, like, before I come in. And then, but I need us to they hear it and they're slow, like, what is that? But I need right before the bomb drops. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? When I bought that Esther bomb, y'all thought it was ready? Like, come on, man. Like, tell me, I don't care what genre of music you like.
You're thinking about coming out to a football game.
Like, that would be, whoo. Like, because you got to have, in football, the emotions. You got to have the record, like, man, where I came from, it's tough. I got here, man. This is the moment. To be honest with you, shit, we could play Phil Collins in the air of the night.
We need to do that. Top 5 football come out songs. All these.
Phil Collins has the exact. I just thought about that. The exact range of emotions you go through.
Yeah, because you're about to go to
like
war.
You're going through that. Like with Dreams and Nightmares, you go through it with In the Air of the Night. Because you're like, will I remember? I remember. Don't worry.
What did you come out to in high school? One of your favorites that got you hyped.
Oh, 400 Degrees.
Really? Oh, that's
the song.
That's so dope.
The song 400, like
now I can see our small age group. You got a better choice of song.
You see me, I eat, sleep, shit, and talk rap. You see that 98 Mercedes on TV? I bought that. That's a feeling. The charges are fought back. Was sent to no return, but still was brought back. Do some slams in Milwaukee. I called that. I fronted them before they could carjack. Now I'm looking for their family and partners to walk back. If I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that? Person disrespect me, I'm gonna be in all black. Accompanied by some people about killing and all that. Miko Rhea Mercer getting ducked, dog. Ride top down. We in the Jeep riding 4 deep. I'm moving up on these people claiming they know me. Like it's a song where you could be like, I could point to my friends. Like, what can you do? What can you do in the national anthem right now when you're singing it? You can't be like, hey man, we finna go. My white friends, imagine a world where we've really gone past and words do have meaning, but we all can use the slang, right? We know we can judge people by their actions and context of using it. Imagine you're singing the national anthem and it's 400 degrees.
They would be the livest ones. They would get so hyped. This is for our country. We get to do this.
Coming about some niggas about killing and all that. You would be like, yeah, America's great. You'll be like that. You'll be dapping them up. You can say it with your whole chest because it's about America. Because America is fighting and you are accompanied about some niggas about killing and all that. Or flip it. We're smart enough to flip it, dog, because you know these words. I personally don't think cracker is as bad as what y'all try to make it seem. But everybody wants to participate in the oppression Olympics. I get it. But imagine, I'm saying imagine me and Bud hanging out. That's my guy. Me and Bud singing the new national anthem. Bud come out coming about some crackers about killing and all that. And I'm like, I'm coming about some niggas, coming about some crackers. Like this, we in that thing killing it, man. We ready for war.
It's so live. I'm getting hyped thinking about it. I want to work out.
Come on, man. Yes, the workout's gonna be lit.
We had Let's Go with Trick Daddy, but 400 degrees. That's
400 Degree High School, because Juvenile and the Hot Boys really swept then, and Trick Daddy was like, take it to the house, jock jam shit.
Yeah,
but like when we
Lil Jon was in there.
Yeah, like it was Let's Go was Florida State because they had we did, and then we had Nelly took the had the war chant from Bad Boys 2. Shake that ass, shake your tail feather.
Oh,
they had that one. Shake your tail feather.
Fire.
Shake your tail because they had the little FSU theme. But nah, it's just again we
time for music.
We got it. Man, I'm going to tell. I understand So I lost 2 godfathers, two men close to me, Juve and Big Dre. My god brother.
Spanish?
Nah, Juve was definitely Chicago colored.
Oh, really? Wow.
Like, he was Chicago. I think it was from the south side of Chicago. But Big Dre, my god brother. The only person I've known, like I've literally known for my entire life that's a friend, is Baby Dre. He's a Miami Hurricane fan. But his dad died. We went down there, and I was talking to my father about stuff. And he was when death happens, you reminisce about stories about people. And he was just telling. He was telling these stories, and it was what it was the 80s, son. It was a wild time. So he was doing wild shit in the 80s. So like, he said, "Hey, ask Baby Dre did his dad tell you about the time we were behind the corner store and the dudes that was selling crack came up and told us to move, and I said, hey man, fuck you. If I move, I'm whipping everybody's ass. That's the only movement I'm doing. And I beat 3 people up." I said, Dad. And then the police officers came and I slapped the police officers. Like, Dad, what the fuck? It was the 80s, son. It's crazy times. So it was 80s. It was wild. It was wild is that I thought this motherfucker was lying to me. Because he's lied to me about a lot of shit. Like my dad, I was no different than a lot of kids in the 90s. I'm coming to pick you up, son. You sitting there waiting all day. Mama knows he ain't coming. And he don't come. But this man, it was the wildest stories were all true. Which I'm learning in my life. I could tell you some stories and you're going to think that they're lies. But they're the truest shit that ever happened. And I wish I could lie and make that up, but I couldn't make it up. So I would say the 2000s is my time. Like the late 90s too. But man, music, shit that was popping off, cell phones first coming onto the scene. It was a wild time, man, but it was a good time for music, man. But we do have to change that. We got to switch up the national anthem a little bit.
Yeah, just to wrap it up, that was just an unprofessional white woman. Don't give her no credit. Yeah. All this rehab stuff is a highly, highly unprofessional, terrible white woman who did a terrible job and made a mockery of a big event.
Basically. Now, sometimes you need to sip before you go out to something. She was nervous, more than likely. Like that's a big thing, you know.
But you should know, like how many football players.
But then again, she's performing. Drunk is the best performances we've ever seen have been people who are drunk and high. So I don't want to blame. We're not blaming.
Yeah, exactly.
God gave us alcohol. We're not blaming alcohol on that, man.
Lawrence Taylor, he was talking. Was it Lawrence Taylor?
Yeah.
Up
he just got jammed up.
Again, still,
but his jammed up is not like one. I got to find out why he's a registered sex offender.
Jesus!
And he got locked up for failing to acknowledge, like to tell people that he was a sex offender. Where he lived.
What an awful job that is.
That's a But speaking of awful jobs, Miami's got some issues that they got to sort out because this is going to be a big year for them. Well, every year is a big year for them. Let them tell it. And nothing shouts "E pluribus unum" out of many we are one than a bad event with minorities involved. Nothing brings out the togetherness in America like a bunch of Hispanics.
Careful now.
I'm just telling you, like that's why
it is Miami.
A bunch of Hispanics coming to a soccer game at the Seminole Hard Rock Stadium. What we found is that you do not necessarily. All you need is. Well, Miami fans will never have to worry about this because there's not enough Miami fans to come to a game to where you could just overpower the staff. But the Hispanics joined together and showed what you really should be if you're like one of them races. You shouldn't fear me. We have no unity. These motherfuckers came together for a game and showed why fences don't work or walls don't work. Like, some stereotypes do exist for a good reason.
Yes.
And the one barrier that you were trying to, like, that's why I couldn't understand. When Trump ran on 2016 for something he didn't build, and he's still going with it. Build that wall. Bitch, build the wall in Canada. We know they're not coming over. You can build whatever wall you want. Spanishes are getting over it, dog.
Facts.
And they will come together in brute force. I believe if we built the highest wall ever, right? They will come. Like, have you ever seen? There's this thing on social media where ants built a bridge to go kill wasp.
Yeah, I saw that.
I believe that's what will happen. You will see Mexicans on top of Mexicans building a human bridge wall to get over.
Gosh.
While you're trying to airstrike and drone them, they're still just building.
I'm afraid to jump into this. It's gonna get too racist.
But I say all that to say is there was this big soccer game last weekend. The Copa America final was held at Hard Rock Stadium, and you got the video. We got the video of it.
Yeah.
I guess it's about. Do I need to push this button?
I'll pull up I'll put up the Hard Rock video.
The gates of the Hard Rock Stadium have been breached, and scores of fans have begun streaming in for the 2024 Copa America final. Police are scrambling to try and stem the flow of people. Oh yeah, we can listen to this guy. This guy was hurt. Here is a guy who did it the right way. He came into America the correct way. He got his papers. He got his he did everything right, and he was not afforded his opportunity to sit in the seat. Let's listen to this guy complain. Poor guy. I feel
what is frustrating is that a lot of people like me, we were patient. We waited until the organizers got themselves together to let people inside the stadium while scanning tickets. But they didn't do that. And what happens is a lot of people rush the gates, they climb the walls, and they are the people who are inside the stadium right now. I'm sitting outside with tickets on my cell phone.
And you can't get in.
I cannot get in because they are not even scanning. They didn't even scan tickets for people to get in. So it's such a mess. And it's very, very disappointing. Like you expect better from an event organized in the US. But it's what is.
There were people who bought the really, really good tickets, and a poor was sitting in their seats. And they went to do the American thing that we've been taught to do. You go and you get the fuzz and you say, hey, that person's in my seat. And they said, there's nothing we can do about it. It was wild. If you go to the next one, Miles, again, this is the guy speaking on the aftermath. But this is what happened. And you see this, the security running over there?
Oh, whoa.
And she says immediately, I don't get paid enough for this shit. They got kids involved.
Of course.
It's great. That man, you saw the guy sprinting after him?
Yeah.
Like, how do you pick which one you want to get?
Exactly. You better choose the one, the majority race, so you don't seem racist. If you pick up the only black guy there, you can see. Yeah, he got the only white guy.
You're not gonna be. No, sir. Yeah. We don't want to be included in this. I'm saving you by detaining you. He got Luke. Because what was funny is Luke was talking about this, like wanting to go to pure anarchy. That officer had a good tackle though.
Yeah.
He could play for the Hurricanes. All right, if we go to the next one though. The next one is really where the people just let that flow out of their system.
God, my God,
this is the devastation. This is like one of the nice club entrances. So now they're going to have to spend a bunch of money on this, and like, there's only one game that they got to worry about this level of people showing up to, and that's if. And only if the University of Miami has only 1 or 2 losses coming into that game. And that's Florida State.
People were climbing into the air ducts later to find out it leads nowhere.
They were just trying to go. Now, did they buy snacks is my question. Or did they because again, sometimes if we're one of the things I always talk about in life, I make decisions based upon can I post bail. once I get to a certain point and the bail is the bail, I know I'm not getting that back. So I got to make my money's worth. So if you've already done this, why not just raid the concession stands? Like, you can't get in really any more trouble than what you got into already.
There's stories of boyfriends leaving their girlfriends because they couldn't climb fast enough.
Fact,
I mean,
that sounds like, listen, don't let me stop you from being a strong, independent woman that don't need a man, that don't need a Hispanic for shit.
Climbing through air ducts. Apparently, what happened was the Hard Rock people who planned the events, they superseded the security to Copa America, which have zero experience in dealing with people at the Hard Rock.
Oh, so this isn't Hard Rock security. This is the Copacabana security.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's tough.
But Hard Rock's going to take the blame because they should have, stepped up, remained in authority because they know how to run their stadium.
Definitely. It reminds me of a conversation that I had yesterday where stuff is going on at the Jag Stadium, and they're doing stuff that we didn't know that they were doing. The city and the Jags are and they're like, if we stop them and it overruns, they're going to just blame the city and say that we're delaying this. So we have to let them, but now it's things that are happening that affect other things. So long story short, so Jags are going to get a renovated stadium, not a new stadium, but it'll be basically brand new. The construction was supposed to start in 2026 when everything was done. Construction will start in 2025.
Oh,
which isn't a problem per se. The problem comes in they're going to remove 8 sections and 2 escalators while they're doing this, which is literally the only way to get to the upper levels. I'm cool. I got press pass, so I ain't got to worry about that shit. I go to the left, boop, push the elevator, go all the way up to the top. All right, so that's normal people problems. But what happens is the city is obligated 85,000 seats for Florida, Georgia. You've literally taken away 8 sections while we're in renegotiations for Florida, Georgia.
Wow.
So and you took away 2 escalators, so now you're probably not ADA compliant while you're going through this because of how many seats you'll need. And it messes up the parking because now there will be the construction stuff in the parking lot while all of this shit is going on. Once I figure out my fall schedule, I got so much stuff that I get to get privy to that I can tell people and explain that it's just funny. That meeting was dope. By the way, the contract for this between the city and it's not this big, it's this wide. So imagine a binder. Imagine a binder that's I can't even put my hands in there. But basically just I got one hand on my waist right now and another hand all the way up to the top. And he has to know all of that shit. One man in the city has to read this in a team versus a team of lawyers. This is why I told people, take the first deal. You're not going to win with a billionaire. And you don't want to be responsible for losing $500 million in taxable revenue. That's basically the payroll for the Jags right now. That's one company that also brings it. It's the business of sport is incredible. But things that happen at media days, SEC media days are going on. ACC media days are next week. A lot of talk about realignment. A lot of subs are being thrown by Greg Stanky, the guy who's the commissioner of the SEC. But in media days, shit comes out that we don't need to know about. Hugh Freeze was discussing one of his players, Alex McPherson. He's a kicker. You know how I feel about kickers. They're unreal people. But he says Alex McPherson is still dealing with irritable bowel syndrome, and he hasn't been medically released to participate with the team yet. McPherson will meet with a specialist this week per Freeze. Did we know that he was having problems, that he was with the shits? Did we need to know that? Like, sometimes you just, like, SEC Media Days, we come to talk about quarterbacks, wide receivers, like the good guys. Like, the guys that actually impact the game more often than not. Not the guys that we only worry about toward the end of the game. And last thing I want somebody knowing, I don't want the world knowing that I got a problem shitting. They don't need to know that, coach. Like, this, he's going on the road. They got like milk and magnesia shit. They got all kinds of things to pick on this guy about. And this guy didn't ask for that. One of my favorite characters, though, in the SEC, and a guy that I want to stay where the fuck he's at, is Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin is so cool. He's fun. Wherever Lane Kiffin is at, if he's still coaching if my son's good enough, that's a visit we'll take, because that's a visit him and dad can enjoy. We're not going with Hugh Freeze where he's going to lie about Bible verses and then be at the strip club with us at the same time. I like my people straight up, straight down. Now, if Lane goes to the University of Florida, okay, I'm going to have to hate Lane Kiffin, and I don't want to hate Lane Kiffin. Guy who I do hate is this over Redenbacher, popcorn man looking motherfucker, Paul Feinbaum. He's just being Paul Feinbaum. Now, what Lane did was absolutely incredible, and what you should do when you get your hater one-on-one. And he did it in such a classy way that it's dope. And it's hilarious. And let's listen to Lane Kiffin and Mr. Over Redenbacher. Go at it. You might have to make sure the volume's up.
College game day, you had to make your big splash, and they were watching it. I know the other person in the room that was watching it with them. And you said, "What a joke I was! I'm the Miley Cyrus of college football coaching, and I should be fired." Looked at each other, and later that night I was fired. Yeah, by the way. So, but hey, look what happened. I would never got to work for Coach Saban. All these other things wouldn't happen. So I appreciate you for helping getting me fired. Thank you. Look at what you're doing today. You're predicted to go to the play. Look at Miley Cyrus. She's had a nice comeback.
Listen.
Put me down with that. So really, I don't really know what you're good at. Like you predicted that Coach Saban was done. That didn't happen. You basically said Miley Cyrus stinks, and she's still going. Yeah. Well, anyway, it's always.
Wow.
Like he asked him, like, what are you good at?
Wow.
And he did it in such a non-angry way. Like, I think that's the loud. You just got to turn unfortunately for that, you'd have to turn your volume up.
Yeah, whoever recorded it did it.
They didn't have a good time. But what he said was, he brought receipts and he said, you basically said I should be fired and that I'm the Miley Cyrus of college football. And he's like, I thank you for getting me fired because I would have never been able to coach with Coach Saban. And look where I am now and look where you are. He's like, it's basically said, look at you, now look at us. All my people are rich as. And what he said, you said Saban was done and he wasn't. You said I couldn't coach and now I'm better. And you said Miley Cyrus stinking, she's still going strong. He's like, what are you good at? What are you even good at? Because you're not good at predicting. And I love it. That's when you get somebody square up, you got to do these kind of things. Going into SEC Media Days while Greg Stanky is continuing to throw shade at Florida State. And he even bigged up Georgia. He said Georgia did not complain about being in a national championship. They just played their bowl game without saying that Georgia lost the SEC championship, which is why they weren't in it. But nobody's talking about what the fuck is going on at Georgia. Georgia deserves a Hard Knocks, like a reality TV show, because they're winning, and they're winning in a way that's so reckless that something is bound to happen. Like this, if this stuff happened when I was at like Florida State, they said Bobby should retire because he had a lack of control over his program. because Chris Ricks overslept for an exam. That's like 20 years ago. This is what was making the news and the headlines at ESPN. Not stuff like this. Georgia football staff member broke NCAA rules by gambling on sports. And that's one thing. Not even going to read the article. That's not even really the crux of it. We joked about the going through like the NCAA, the college football video game, having a breakaway about being a college football player at Georgia. If you go to the second one, Miles, don't go to the first one. We'll go to the second one later. No, shit, my bad. I thought I had it. Maybe it's the fourth one with Georgia. Oh yeah, the fourth one. So
front office.
No, go down.
Dogs
247, the last one. Every week, Dogs 247 has to post the same fucking article and just change names. Breaking: 2 Georgia players arrested on reckless driving charges. Like at this point, get an NIL deal with Uber. Every week, somebody's at there. Now go to the second one. The JWT involved. Like basically, Georgia fans are like, why is everybody picking on me? Why is God doing this to us? And I love this meme where they like when there's a person and they put this. So basically, this is what God is telling Georgia fans. Georgia's like, stop giving me your toughest battles. All you got to do is obey the traffic laws.
Right.
Like, just do the rule. I will say this. At this point, they are picking on Georgia players. But Georgia players are also making it very easy.
You think Texas would have the problem with free Lambos given out and shit like that?
The problem is T.I. brought up, like, these kids don't know how to drive Lambos, man. Most men nowadays don't know how to drive a stick shift.
Yeah.
So an automatic Lambo is cool and all because it's a Lambo, but it's not a Lambo. I'm picking up. That's why I would never have a Lambo. I'm not driving that shit. Plus, I refuse, no matter how much money I make, I refuse for my car to eat better than me. 93 petrol. 93 petrol is not going into any of my cars. If it don't take 87 petrol, then I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Now, front office sports. Now, this is something that should be getting more traction. And I think there's a lot of airlines. And again, one of the arguments for people don't realize about it, FSU to another conference is JetBlue is coming to Tallahassee and expanding the airport. If you know about JetBlue, Northeast, Midwest, very serviceable company when it comes to those things. Southwest Airlines has agreed to a new multi-year deal to become the official airline of the SEC. It's adding new routes and service for several games, including USC to LSU for the Las Vegas kickoff. So you can be able to fly a little cheaper. Bama at Wisconsin, week 3. Tennessee at Oklahoma, week 4. UGA at Texas, week 8. They have some things like, boom, that's a really cool thing that the SEC is doing in order to help their fans make more. Speaking of deals and NIL coming to FSU, something that was making the rounds last week, and a lot of people picking. And here's the problem with social media. Social media has everybody thinking that they're rich. And shout out to Dove Kleiman for sharing this and big upping little homie Clay. Fink, my favorite of all the beats. He's in college. This boy gave me $15 for the book bag drop. I fucks with Clay. But bigger than that, I fucks with gas stations sometimes. On a hot summer day. Like, a lot of people just think NIL deal, Lambo, big. Every NIL deal don't got to be multi-million. Sometimes the best NIL deals are things that you do in everyday life. You'll keep those forever. That's why I like alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. Those are things that I enjoy. You can sell. It's not selling anymore. It's realistic. What's more realistic than a college student going to a gas station? Circle K is a nationwide company. People were like, this guy used to have Dr. Pepper commercials. Now, DJU was the first player to do the Dr. Pepper Fansville commercial. Now, he didn't do what he needed to do at Clemson. Ended up going over to Oregon State, leading them to a bowl game. Now he's at Florida State. I believe that this could happen. Now, people are flexing and bashing DJU while DJU's car is parked right there in this commercial. Can we blow it up so people can see what kind of car that is? Now, whether he's got a deal, but look, just push play.
BMW?
It's a BMW. It is people who are bashing this kid like, oh, he's poverty program. Bitch, he is driving a fucking BMW. Now, that is around camp. And that's not just a normal Circle K. That's the Circle K that's right next to the stadium.
Oh, because that's the one thing I was going to say. I want him in the south side of whatever area. You know what I mean? Like, why is he in the hood?
He's south side most of the time in Florida.
Oh, okay. Here.
Right. Yeah, it's the hood. Yeah.
The only difference.
Jacksonville is not. It's hood spots, but Jacksonville south side is really nice.
Yeah.
But the stadium ain't necessarily the nicest area, but he's right next to the stadium.
You need him some.
But they like this video DJ in an advertisement for 79-cent Polar Pops at Circle K is going, bro. I'm sorry. That lets me know everything I need to know about America's economy. That shit been 79 cents for quite some time, guys. You do not have to raise the prices. You cannot have excuse me. It can't be the economy's problem with the inflation and have record profits at the same time. That just means motherfuckers is raising the prices because we still got dollar or Arizona iced tea at 79-cent Polar Pops. Like, that's wild. But let's listen to this guy and tell me that you don't think that this is realistic for a college student. I think this is good money by Circle K.
Oh, yeah. Back.
What's the deal, everybody? DJ, we on the late here. Got my favorite convenience store, Circle K. You know, out here in Florida, it get real hot. So whenever I'm done golfing or just want to get something to drink, cool down, pop over to Circle K because they got the 79-cent Polar Pop. I'm going to show you guys what it's all about inside. Check it out. Here my favorite spot, Circle K. I'm going to grab that Polar Pop. The reason why I love Circle K is they hook it up. 79 cents, somewhere exclusive for the Polar Pop. Another reason, that's my favorite Powerade flavor. Mountain Berry Blast, baby. Woo! Too far. Hey, come get your Polar Pop, man, baby. Circle K, 79 cents. Check it out.
All right.
Yeah, everybody.
Cold on a hot. You don't understand how hot it is in Tallahassee sometimes, man. Muggy, hot. You broke college student. You know what you got in your change drawer, or you look like you got 79 cents. Go grab that 79 cents. Actually, you probably got 85 because you got to round it up for tax. You go there, put that on the counter, man. Go get you something to drink. That man, and the people picking on him in the comments, that man probably made your yearly salary for that commercial.
Made on a cell phone at a gas
station.
Yeah, that's all I was thinking about watching. I was like, man, so much money for this cheap thing. But I mean, a deal is a deal. Who has better deals? Circle K is not rich enough for people? What do they want?
What happens is people want to brag about other people's money.
Yeah, that's so.
So so one of the things they want, DJ Lagway got a Gatorade commercial, and meanwhile your quarterback doing Circle K. Okay, let's pause.
Oh,
DJ Lagway was the Gatorade Player of the Year coming out of high school. That's why he has a Gatorade commercial. Dope though, and it's cool that he has that. But I promise you might not want to hear this. The money's probably similar. What people don't know, so like you know what Nike doesn't. The only people who get big deals at Nike are LeBron. Everybody else has the cheap deals with Nike
for the exposure.
But you could get more money at Adidas. You get more money at other places. Believe it or not, some of these places right here will pay a guy like him big time money to be able to do that. And even if he's not, I don't understand the world in which we have to brag about other people who don't even know we exist money that we're not getting.
Right.
That gas price is actually pretty decent too.
Compared to
Yeah, like I mean, I don't know when they shot this commercial, but man, like, yeah, actually, to be honest with you, Doing it for free gas.
Honest
God's truth. That's a flex. But I don't we got to just chill out with all. When you troll so much, you lose sight of what you're trolling about. Like just vibe. On3 put out the college football all-time winning percentages because that's what we do in the summertime because there's not enough things to talk about. We have to do list Twitter, and this is cool. Did you realize all-time highest winning percentage? Florida State, a program that did not start football until after the Second Great War, is up there with all of these leather helmet money places. There's only two relatively new programs. That's Florida State and Coastal Carolina. You have Ohio State and Michigan are tied for number one, which is actually pretty good. 73% win percentage when you consider they've been playing football for so long. Alabama is just under them. Notre Dame at 733. Notre Dame is 730. Oklahoma is 725. Boise State, my bad, relative, but they had a run from like 99 to like 2010 where they were just crazy winning. They're 725. Texas is 702. USC is 69.5. Penn State is 689. Nebraska 67, basically percentage. I'll say the percentage. 67.8%. Tennessee is 67.2%. Florida State is 67.1% ahead of Georgia, which is the Devil's number, 666. Ahead of LSU, 654, and then Coastal Carolina, 651. But when you look at it, that's actually pretty impressive that Florida State is up there with those blue blood programs and how fast they have came to power. One of the things that I picked out last year, and I was pretty accurate with it, nobody believed me. I said LSU and Florida State would be in the ACC championship game. And I predicted it not based upon how good Louisville was compared to everybody else. I picked it based upon how good Louisville was compared to their schedule. And their schedule was relatively weak. And they had a lot of people weren't paying attention to the transfers and the people that they were getting. I was because I happened to have a friend that was over there. And they have a good coach. Syracuse made a similar move. Syracuse avoids Louisville, and Clemson. They play a couple teams that could be tough for them, but at the same time, we'll see. They've got some really good transfers that have came there. They were recruiting well, and they have a very good defensive-minded coach with the quarterback that was supposed to be pretty good the start of last season. They opened up with Ohio. They played Georgia Tech, which is a very winnable game for them. They play Stanford, very winnable game for them. Holy Cross, holy shit. UNLV, I think the coaches just want to gamble. That's why they're going to UNLV. Then they play their ACC schedule the rest of the way. NC State, tough game. Pitt, we don't know what Pitt is. We know they were ass last year. Vatech, a lot of people are saying that they're supposed to be pretty good, but I think that's a team where that's a push, but a winnable game. Boston College, winnable game. At Cal, winnable game. Versus UConn, should win that. Then they play Miami at home the last game of the season. And that's their schedule. I think Syracuse, I'm gonna go do some more research, and I'll probably be going through schedules and figuring out what I think teams will be doing. I think Syracuse could be this year's Louisville. A little bit quick news, real quick. UF's current president, Sasse, I don't know if that's how you say his name, right? But he's stepping down after less than 2 years in office as the president of the University of Florida. His wife has some epilepsy issues, so he's taking time to focus on self and family. And Fuchs is taking back over. So that's a lot. That's good news for rival fans. That probably means the athletic director will not be fired, and the head coach will probably not be fired, as presidents tend to want to come in and do stuff. I'll say this. Quick thing I never got a chance to talk about. I want to give quick relationship advice. Something that's not cool is, and very much so, pretty light-skinned nigga behavior. Don't do this to another man unless you're ready to fight, regardless of the situation, regardless of how cool you are. And women, on the other side of this, you should never giggle, laugh, and get a high voice when a man comes up to you and does this. So let's play the video so that you guys don't see me exaggerating. But this happened last weekend. Jonathan Majors, Michael Ealy, Megan Good, the hug moment. And it looks bad, but it's not as bad as what it looks. I'll give more context, but I don't even give a damn if you dap me up. Don't pick my girl up like this. And don't allow yourself to get picked. Women, drop your hips. Get some fucking weight in your life. And for the love of God, don't dress like this man in the background. I don't know what the fuck's going on with him. Now, this is the problem with Tyler Perry movies. I blame Tyler Perry for all of this, but go ahead and push that play on that.
What's up, baby? How you doing? Good to see you, man. Everything good? How you doing, Mike?
Also, don't dress like Jonathan. Jonathan Majors dresses like he is out of another decade.
This is fire. I love this. I love this. Dion would love this. Absolutely.
Don't pick my girl up like that. And don't be if you could lift her off the ground like that, you could take her to Pound Town. If she giggles like that, did you hear me? That's not normal.
Yeah.
That's a noise she's made with him before. That's not a noise that you make with, hey, what's going on? Listen, when you're in a relationship and you respect the relationship, church hug, mother hug. You don't come in, no front hug. Front hug gets titties on you, rubs privates. We should not be bumping privates if we are in a relationship. Like, that's not cool. That's
Actors,
not
LA. All those people to me are different and weird.
Now, the funny thing is that they showed him and Jonathan Majors earlier that time talking to each other, chopping it up.
Okay.
But it does look really bad. And it looks like Jonathan Majors, we'll play it again. Like right now, it looks like he's trying not to get mad.
Yeah.
And trying not to say anything. Like I'm trying, I already got, I've already knocked some, they got me on domestic violence. I'm trying to play cool. But like this light-skinned motherfucker is testing my patience right now.
Fact.
Like he has not seen me play in Creed. I'm not Clubber Lane's kid.
Yeah, and too much light skin, too much lick lip, and he licks his lip like 6 times. I would have stole off on him. I'm sorry.
And then women want to blame. The funny thing is, they show pictures. Megan Good doesn't look good. This is what happens when you're being with the wrong man and he changes your energy.
Oh
no,
my God.
The bitch chain smokes cigarettes.
Are you serious? And who says she don't look good? She look good.
Bro,
Crazy.
Everything in Twitter is about think pieces, man. Like the worst thing that happened to society is everybody has a platform.
Hold on. This man either got the ashiest lips in the world or he's LL Cool J now.
Nah, he LL Cool J.
1, 2.
Biting the lip. He's the guy who I use.
There goes another one.
He's got one of the greatest memes that you can use if you're seeing a woman. Like you see a picture that's nice. He's got this lip biting.
All right.
And we all know every man, if you're a woman and you don't understand this, let me tell you, with a man like he smiles when he bites that lip, yeah, he into that. Whatever that is, it could be food, it could be a woman. Whatever he bit his lip at. As a woman, you should use straight up Romeo and Juliet language. And I'm gonna tell you this. It's what was it Mercutio said to I forgot the guy's name. It said they use a thumb. It's like, did you bite your thumb at me? Do you dare bite your thumb at me? I dare bite my thumb, but to you, I do not. But bite my thumb, I did. But you need to ask him, did you dare bite your lip at something? Did you dare bite your lip at something? You need to question why he's biting his lip. And you need to know if it's you or is Megan Good around.
Yeah.
Because I just believe, I believe Megan Good, to make me make this facial expression, Megan Good got to have some good.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because what does she do? And can we, all right, Megan Good is a C-list actor.
See? Oh, yeah, actually, you're probably right.
I'm just saying, we know she's not an A-list actor.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. No, I can't be honest with you. She's not on the same level as Jada Pinkett. Jada Pinkett is actively employed sometimes when she's not destroying Will Smith.
Gosh, damn, that's a good comparison.
So, like, we have to, like, and Jada Pinkett, people want to make her a better actor than what she is, even though she's made some hood classics, but she's not a really good actor.
No.
Like, Angela Bassett, great actor. The lady who I don't know if she's ugly or if she's cute, but like sometimes when she gets dolled up, she's cute. But like when she cries, and she cries in every movie, it's like I don't know what happened to like she was in Fences. Y'all know the dark skinned lady who played How to Get Away with Murder. I think that's the name of the show. She's always got the snot coming out of her nose, man, when she cries. She plays a good slave. And she was in The Help. Viola Davis.
Oh,
that's a good actor right there. You know what I'm saying? Like Viola Davis, sometimes I can talk about this person because they're not a friend anymore. Viola Davis reminds me, she's prettier than this girl named Michelle that I used to know. But she reminds me with no makeup. When she's in her ugly mood, she looks like Michelle. Michelle's a politician now, but like she looks like Michelle.
I think Jada Pinkett was in more deeper, more well-renowned movies. That's what would.
But they are black movies.
Yeah, Set It Off, Jason's Lyric.
Yeah, none of those are like none of them are great. Like just when we sit down and we talk about
they're hood classics.
They're hood class. They're not like a movie. It's not. I can't put it up there and say, "Hey man, go watch Godfather," then watch Jason's Lyric.
I've never seen Jason's Lyric, but Woo, she was in. But yeah, they're all, now that I'm looking at it, they're all Woo.
I'm saying like these are good movies.
It was a good,
it's a good movie, but still, it's not. It's a good movie, but like not well. I like Bamboozled. And like I love Set It Off. Like some of these movies, again, they're just solid movies. They're not great, so you can't be an A-list actor.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think she's a B-list actor. I think Jada's a C, and I think Megan might be one under that.
You're probably right because I'm looking at Megan's movies, and they're just not hitting that.
What happened when she was looking younger? Because the other scary thing too is like all those teen movies, all the motherfuckers was damn near 30 when they was making the movies.
Yeah,
like when she was in like all those young movies, she rolled. I don't know if she's in Roll Bound.
Yeah, she's in Roll
She's Bound. Like that shit. The movies ain't fucking good. You're not going back as an adult right now and watching that shit.
I'd rather watch her and Cousin Skeeter. Like I'm not watching Roll Bound.
And Cousin Skeeter wasn't really a good show. We just liked it because it was an animatronic. It was a little thing,
and they were black.
It's nostalgia. Yeah, we didn't have that.
Black puppets.
It's nothing wrong with that. Let's just call it what it is. We saw something that looked like us that wasn't the hip hop friend. While it had hip hop elements in it, but the black shows that the black people in the shows that we watch all were way too cool. They were a white person. It was like in every black movie you have the white person. Hey, it talks like this.
It was Boy Meets World. It was the black version of it.
Yeah, it's like we don't like every white person doesn't talk. Hey, how you doing? Like they don't talk like that. Every black person would say, "Hey, what's going on, man?"
Yeah, it's
hip hop started in the park. Like that's like they can all rap, break dance.
Yeah.
Like what?
And the white person's, I bet you wonder how I ended up here.
Yeah, like what world did what world does every black person you know how to break dance? It's actually a very harmful stereotype. I'm here to tell you, all black people can't sing. Like not all black people can sing. Not all black people can dance. And not all of us can play basketball.
Yep.
Like you've got to stop this shit. Like it's a hurtful stereotype.
We all like chicken though. That one's
we
real.
do. I don't trust no
real.
black person who don't like chicken.
Get out of here, you uppity. Sorry.
In fact, I knew my cousin Caleb was weird when he said he didn't eat fried chicken.
Yeah.
I said, man, I know your people. Them some fried chicken eating motherfuckers. Auntie, one thing, my auntie Celeste, matter of fact, and his mom, Mona, one day I knew, Miles, you was there at Thanksgiving. Mona is the one who made the fried chicken. We eat fried chicken while the rest of the food is getting made. Lady go out there, fry the damn chicken. His mama made the best fried chicken I've eaten. And he don't eat fried chicken. I said, yeah, that boy ain't right there. That boy ain't right there. Trying too hard, man. Trying too hard. Like, I don't ever want to not be black. Let's get that straight.
Facts.
And I am sweet tea, watermelon, and fried chicken are entirely too good for me to act like I don't like that shit. Fuck you. If you don't like that shit, you don't like me. How about that?
Do it for health reasons, you know.
Nah, we can make a whole. No, well, and that bothers me too. I'm so sick and tired of vegans lying to us.
Right.
Vegans, you made your choice. Just like when I see it. Damn it. There's no other way to say this. So it's like when I know how to say it. It's just like when I see Young M.A. You don't get to come back. You don't get to have it both ways. You want women, go get you a woman.
100%.
Now, because she's not a lesbian. She's a dyke. It's a difference. Lesbians are feminine. Everybody likes a lesbian. Nobody wants to see a dude who looks like an ugly man banging a pretty chick. Like that. We'll never watch that kind of porn.
Yeah, no.
Even they don't watch that kind of porn. But whatever. My point is that dykes are the vegans of the human world. And I don't know just like a gay man, like you're the vegans of the human world. And there's nothing wrong with it. You made a lifestyle and health choice for yourself. Stick with it. And what I mean by that is, don't come telling me this is vegan chicken. There's no such thing as vegan chicken.
Hey,
no, I'll get you.
Mailman.
We got vegan chicken, man. Just like that vegan. Oh, I ain't even. But like, don't give me vegan. I saw somebody just like that carrot dog. I'll stab you if you give me a carrot dog. But I saw somebody go through all of this trouble to make it look like a chicken leg. And it was soy. I said the deception.
It's diabolical.
The deception. But like, anyways, bottom line is, don't do that. Another diabolical lie is what every university did to us. Again, taking the hip hop black guy and making us believe that we could go, if we go to Everest College, we can be somebody. Remember BET growing up?
Right.
This is what you saw every BET commercial. I don't even think I saw it on MTV. I only saw this commercial on Black Entertainment Television. And to find out the truth bothers me. They got the video of him talking.
The Dwayne Wade?
No, it's official BMA.
Oh, okay.
And not cool, because it's not cool. This segment is not cool. Or maybe it's the next. Hold on, which one?
Nick Hamilton is it's just this big shit.
Oh, that's wrong. Maybe it's the Lauren Lorenzo. No, it's not that. I know it's there.
Oh,
did I
think I found what you're talking about.
Oh, it's just be true to yourself. Is that what it is?
Is this the
Everest
College?
Yeah, it's the Everest College. Where did I put it?
I forgot this guy. I don't even know which one this is, but I got it up.
Oh, yeah, we'll play that it isn't just be true to yourself. Yeah, but play this because then we'll get into our last thing that I just think is, again, just be real with us.
That's the same guy? Oh, wow. He looks so modern now.
It's the hat. He hat fished us. People look so much different with a hat.
Yeah.
Goes by the name of Adam. Adam had been on the set, the Everest College set. It consisted of a producer, director, and a cameraman. And then they hired out a PA, production assistant.
Okay.
Adam had been working it for the whole week.
So he wasn't someone who attended the college.
No.
Did you attend the college at all?
Hell no. I didn't. No. If I had attended an Everest college, I couldn't have got paid for none of the commercial. Remember, we were at a Embassy Suites on Thomas and 24th Street in Phoenix, Arizona. We get back to where they were staying, and we didn't even have correct lighting. So I'm in this parking lot. that dormitory.
You are slowly destroying my childhood. You wasn't even on the campus of Everest.
No,
I had your whole life in my head.
That's
like, oh, he's up at college. That was on the campus. So you said you guys didn't even have proper lighting. So what did you light with?
They had a car. They turned the car around, put the headlights on. It might have been the brights even. Might have even been the brights. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
It worked.
This goes to my theory that people need to realize. Again, this is why I'll probably never make it big, because I educate people too much. Everything that you know is a lie. You have been marketed to believe everything that you believe, from Christmas being one of our major holidays. It's not been around that long in comparison. Everything that you know to be true is more than likely a marketing ploy.
Yeah.
And this guy just showed you how simple it is to trick and fool people. And I laugh and joke with people all the time. When I cause trouble on social media, I know exactly who's going to respond to what. And it's because you've been marketed to. And it's okay, because sometimes it's just fun. Life is more fun that way. Shout out to my guys at Jackson that just became a member again.
Jackson James.
Jackson James. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. But just be true to yourself is the motto that I love to live. And here's a guy. Revisionist history is a problem with people. I believe, one of my beliefs, and it doesn't always happen to be true this way, more so as a man, whatever you're struggling with, like identity-wise, and you're not true to yourself and operating in your, not calling, but like in your truth, that's what they say when people are gay. They say just live in your truth.
Right.
If you can't live in your truth, your kids will. Like, I'm not saying you can wish the gay on somebody, but what I'm saying is a lot of times y'all are just have you for a second? Am I getting political? I just want to ask, why is Trump kissing everybody? I thought y'all said we don't like Joe Biden kissing everybody. Trump blew a kiss to Hulk Hogan last night. He kissed everybody but Melania. He even kissed a fake statue to like a fallen soldier. Like, but Melania was like, don't put them lips on me that you just try to kiss Hulk Hogan with. And I'm wondering if, because Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, they have divorced officially?
No.
They're still together?
As far as I know, let me double check.
Yeah, because listen, man, I'll tell you this much. When she again, I was wondering why she keep telling us that she was putting her tongue all the way in that boy's, all the way through his, like, eating his chitlins.
Y'all are together forever, as far as I'm concerned.
When I heard that, I didn't want. I mean, Gabby a freak, and I always knew that. But I don't know if I want Gabby no more. No, they're still. No, yeah, they're still together.
Yeah, they're still together.
Man, she's 51, and she's from Omaha. Damn, she says fine. She has like that mean black woman. Like, she played them again, but she got herself into some better movies. But I put her in the B tier.
Yeah, for sure.
Because she's got some hood classics. Like, Two Can Play that game was Vivica Fox, another ass eater.
Really?
You never heard what 50 Cent told about her?
No.
Oh, 50 put her on blast. And again, I just don't think people should know everything. We all know too much about each other. And the way Gabby said it, like, nobody even asked Gabby like about that. Like, Gabby just threw it up there like an alley-oop so that people know that Dwayne Wade puts his legs all the way in the air.
Good.
But when that happened, and we all get Dwayne Wade is such a. I think he's a terrible person.
What?
I'm gonna tell you why I think he's a terrible person. Because he's not living in his truth. He's making his daughter, whatever that is, living their truth, his truth.
I think that's what's going on.
But I'm gonna tell you the other reason why. He had all of us thinking Chris Bosh was the gay one.
I mean, Chris Bosh had people thinking Chris Bosh.
But Chris, like the champagne thing, and Chris, okay.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, all the while, Dwayne Wade was right there, sitting there, right before our eyes, and we knew. But now he's coming out in this truth, and Dwayne Wade teases the potential nail polish line. So we got this going here, like dog, because it doesn't even make sense. I think Dwayne Wade likes to be penetrated.
Oh,
I think Gabby was pegging him, like all that other stuff. I don't think his identifier child is really gay. I think he wants to try and experiment with stuff, and here's why I don't think that. I said he's shit. They're dating, like they are a male that is dressing like a female and identifying as a female. So they're a transmission female dating a female that dresses as a man and identifies as a male. So a transmission male. He is in a heterosexual relationship. They're just cross-dressing.
You just gave me an algebra problem, and I do not care to do the math.
But what I'm saying is the dad is getting penetrated, but the son is not. But here's where I believe but again, make your bread. I don't care enough, but just be you. Be who you are. You can make so many more. It's like so many people can feel more comfortable by you just saying, this is me. Now, my grandmother used to say, like, there's two people here on this set, and both have two sets of earrings. Both have hoops. They say the bigger the hoop, the bigger the freak. But this male has a hoop earring. Her hoops ain't that big for women, but are those hoops? Oh no, he has one hoop, one earring in. That's all. He's had double hoops when he does the male shows. But let's play with Dwayne Wade's introducing.
So show us the nails.
Don't get a close up of my nails.
No.
Listen, I've been on the road. I'm gonna do like this.
But we see a pop of color.
Yeah.
What was the impetus for it?
Expression.
Expression.
Yeah, expression. You know, I'm creative. I'm expressive. And there's so many ways to do that.
Your nails look better than mine.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
They do.
Don't do that.
So what are you manicure.
You know, I'm working on. I'm thinking about I'm actually thinking about jumping into the nail line. Like,
oh, really?
I've been thinking about it. Yeah, I've been thinking about it. Like, I've been in it so long, and I'm like, you know what? It could be a good time, but I got some cool ideas that I'm exploring.
So this is breaking news.
Actually, I didn't tell you guys. I've been having some conversations on my own about exploring. I got a couple of ideas, and one of my ideas is one of my favorite things to do when it comes to this is actually sitting down with my daughter and getting my nails painted and painting hers. That's a time. That's a time that we get to connect.
Right.
Me doing something that she loves and also that I love. I give her medis and petties as well.
So show us the nails.
Don't.
I'm not gonna.
And then the thing is just show my nails. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, as a guy who
kid got it.
So I don't know how people do, because everybody asks me I be feeling some kind of way. My hands are soft, just natural. I thought it was from washing dishes, but apparently washing dishes is supposed to make your hands rough.
Yeah.
My mom used to make me wash dishes. Maybe it was the soap, but like people be like, "Oh, you have such well manicured hands." I have literally, I got one manicure, and I went with my girlfriend to get it because and it was after my hand healed, after I had broke my hand. And my hand, because like when you have to wear the cat, like it's a lot of dirt and a whole bunch of other stuff in there. And I didn't like how my skin felt like it was peeling. So I went there. But like, again, that's wild. But now operating in your truth means you're being truthful. So if you lie about this, you lie about anything. It said if you lie, you steal. And if you steal, you kill. That's an old black saying. So now if you go to that last one, Miles, now this motherfucker just lying. And we'll listen to the lies that are being told. And this is an elite lie. And this lie was in my group chat. And I won't let y'all do this. I refuse to do this. But here's some of the lies that he's telling. And I think he's with another notable guy who I believe is a little sassiness. No, that's not on Joe. That wasn't on Joe Budden. My bad. I don't know who pie that is. All right, we're cool. I thought it was Joe Budden, but Joe Budden gives me sassy as well. But we'll go ahead and play this. So y'all can hear this live from the horse's mouth, so I'm not manipulating it.
Because I was like, no one has ever really
they don't understand my game, right? Like you don't know what I did. Right. I did so many different things and I played so many different roles. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm not the greatest shooter of all time. I'm not the greatest this, but I was great at so many different things. And Melo talked about it. Then I learned how to be great at being a role player. Then I learned how to be, and so I learned how to be great at all these things. And no one knows how to really break down my game. So they look over it and they just go to, one or two things. But I did so many things in the game of basketball. So yeah, I mean, when I had it. I thought I was going to be, before injuries, I'm like, MJ, I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's my mentality.
I know the mentality. So I like when he talked this shit.
Yeah, I thought I was coming for MJ. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be the greatest because I figured it out very early in the league.
Right.
In my second year, I knew I was like, oh, I had to run it back because I.
See what I'm saying? Like, there's no need to lie about this stuff. Ain't no point did anybody compare Dwayne Wade when he was playing to Michael Jordan. Not Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Like, unless Michael Jordan has a nail line that I don't know about, like maybe that.
Every player's gonna say, but he won early.
He was good. There's a lot of players who win early.
Yeah, and that's usually the false hope that play.
Jordan before championships was considered one of the best players, like the best player in the NBA. That's why I always say we're marketed to like Michael Jordan. He was just good enough to match the marketing. And then there were some things that happened, some breaks that went his way, but nobody has ever said, hey, they haven't, if this were true, right, they would have tagged him the next Michael Jordan. People keep forgetting the person who was tagged to be the next Michael Jordan is still in the fucking league right now. Yeah. I won't let y'all do this and then bash that man who's done nothing but be great and not have consistently the greatest center to play the game in the modern era. Like to not always have the best teammates. And when he did have the best teammates for a short amount of time, the motherfucker won when he had the best team. But when he didn't have the best teams, he was consistently bringing them to the championship.
I will give D-Wade credit for when he did win, he had an old Shaq. So it was like a young man kind of doing it on his own.
But Shaq was balling it.
Yeah, he kind of resurgence. They both needed each other at that time.
Like it was Shaq from LA. Like not Shaq that went to Cleveland. Like Shaq that went to Cleveland, old Shaq. Shaq that went to Boston, old Shaq. Clearly, like Kevin Hart had a funny thing with that was when Kevin Hart was on his rise and he was doing his comedy shows. And he was like, LeBron here with Shaq, he's tired of chasing his ass. He like, come on, man, come down the field. Like Shaq couldn't do athletically the things that he used to be able to do.
Right.
Now, that's not taking anything away from D-Wade.
Right.
My first NBA game that I ever went to was that Miami Heat team that won the NBA championship against the Timberwolves. Like that's what like I saw that, I witnessed that. D-Wade was the truth.
Facts.
But if that's the excuse, right? And that's not an excuse. Those are all true things that he did a lot, so he couldn't be whatever. You know, a guy who does a lot and plays a lot of different roles and gets bashed for it while still being great, while still winning, having the scoring title, probably like the all-time score, like all-time point scorer, having all these other different things. It's a guy by the name of LeBron James. And if LeBron James can't claim that he's Michael Jordan because people want to argue, I'll be goddamn if I let the fingernail assassin.
I think that's what you're really mad at.
Like
the hate that LeBron
it's really the hate that LeBron gets that folks won't even think clearly or enjoy what you're watching. You can't have it both ways, man.
Gotta have this time period. This is when LeBron is gone. You're gonna speak about this for generations. There won't be another time like this for so long. Wemby will not be this. Ant-Man, who called himself the next Jordan and people were comparing to the next Jordan, will not be this.
The reason why LeBron is great, and the reason why LeBron will be my great, and this is no knock on Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is a great, and even Michael Jordan says it's not fair because different games, different times, all this other stuff. And Michael Jordan will be killing it in this time, but like whatever. I'm not even gonna get into that. But here's why LeBron is this. LeBron has had nothing but a spotlight on him since he was 14 years old.
Right.
And you can't tell me besides making a good basketball decision to a terrible teammate that misses it most of the time. When has he not been good?
Yeah.
Right now, LeBron James is averaging the same amount of points that he averaged when he was in his youth. He's still one of the most dominant players in the league. And he hasn't really ever been hurt. Like he takes incredible care of his body and the longevity. So people are like, oh, well, he scored because he played this long. LeBron, I am a few months older than LeBron James. If I even think about trying to make athletic movements right now, my body hurts. LeBron is out here going and playing a full NBA schedule, for most part, a full NBA schedule. And people and there's only one person they compare him to. Like Dwayne Wade. All right, I'm gonna ask you this. Because D Wade played defense. So I'll probably think my answer would still be D Wade. Steph Curry or D Wade?
Overall career?
Yeah, overall career. Or who would you take?
Oh, I'm gonna go Steph Curry.
LeBron, who do you want to put up against? Put it like this: if you got a starting five all time, LeBron James in them.
Yeah, 100%.
That's that's before injuries. LeBron has always been. He was that dude in high school. He was, and then what I said about Jordan. Jordan wasn't enough. People forgetting what pick was Jordan. He was not the number one pick. I can tell you that much.
Yeah,
he was the third overall pick. Now he should have been number one, but he was the third overall pick. Jordan had, I'm about to say the wrong name. The guy in North Carolina, who everybody says was the best that year, went to Detroit, won the championship before Jordan in Detroit with the Pistons. When he was in North Carolina, Jordan had at least a year before he had to become that guy. There's a talk with one guy breaking it down saying Jordan didn't develop his handles until he went to the Olympics. And then he came back and was like, oh, he's like, I would guard Jordan because I knew he couldn't dribble.
Wow.
Like this wasn't, but he said Jordan was the only person that he's ever been around with that could make his weakness his strength. That's how good his work ethic was. LeBron is just like LeBron's the first time we've seen somebody so physically gifted and live up to all the expectations that was given to him. Right. No other number one overall pick has lived up to the expectations that LeBron has. Because they've never had that pressure on them. So, but again, that's why I'm like, you're not gonna sit here and tell me this. Like D Wade. Like I didn't live, like we didn't live this. But it also goes to my argument of, that's not detracting from D Wade. I appreciate it and love. D Wade, prime D Wade is a motherfucker.
Right.
That's what we got to get to, is just enjoying what we have, because now we don't know who's coming out of college. The college game stinks. The NBA is probably going to go down until they fix that. In a few years, until they fix that. I do like Jalen. I do like the Celtics, what they're putting together. I do like, there are players that we like, but they're not like what we just saw. Again, the early 2000s coming up into this day and age, in this era. And, but live your truths so that your kids don't have to live their truth. Outside of that, yeah. I appreciate you guys for chopping up with me. Check out the book bag drops. Check out all these other different things, man. Love you guys. Y'all have a great weekend. I think Sporadics is supposed to be tonight. Some other stuff going on, man. See you guys next time.